Hello and welcome to Wingin It. And we're back again with another tournament game from the Orion Cuckoo's Outlast. And yeah, following our win in the last game, we are back in the positive column for the points difference. And yeah, as I was saying before, this is how this tournament is working. It's all about points difference. And yeah, we still got 3 more games to go, so things are looking okay, but we still have to finish the job. So we've got game 4 out of 6 here. We're going second up against Fox Joke, so yeah, we'll be hoping for a good start. Let's see what we're going to get. Alright, here we go. They have picked. We get a starting hand. And okay, not looking too great there. Let's have a look at what they've kept. Okay, 3 birds, 2 food. Maybe slightly better over there, but yeah, not super keen on this. Probably going to have to go for that ring build goal in the tray as our wetland bird. Although with seeds in the feeder, I've had some good success before with this red-headed woodpecker, so it's situational. But like I say, when you do have the right food there, you can definitely benefit from that, and that can be a nice little way to sort of kickstart getting a bit of food, as well as some cards. So that might be an option. Yeah, bonus cards not looking too hot either. Forester's probably the pick from those two, but yeah, okay. What I might do here, like I say, I'd kind of be gambling that ring build girl is still there. But I think I could do something here with the Junco. Definitely can see myself using that as the way of getting a bit of food, and then yeah, you draw cards, cycle a bit with the gull, see what you find. If you get good birds, you're going to play them. If not, you tuck them under the Junco, you get a point, and you get food as well. So I'll probably hedge my bets a little bit and keep both. And yeah, if that ringbill gull is still there, I think I'll pick that up and look to get that down. But otherwise, we do still at least have this red-headed woodpecker because we're going to need some wetlands options. This bittern, not really a great one. Works the same as the common loon, which I did keep in the last video, but yeah, for all the same reasons as I talked about there. It's a risk. You can never be too sure what your opponent is going to do in terms of wetlands birds, and it's quite expensive. And with no real food access at the start, it's a bit tricky to work with. So I'm going to go with that. I don't think that was an obvious keep. I think there are a few potential options from that starting hand. That always makes it a bit more difficult, but we'll see. I think, touch wood, as long as I can get my hands on that ringbill goal, that is going to be key. Because like I say, getting that wetland card draw early on is so important, and we are indeed going to get our hands on that. So I'll take that. Black-chinned hummingbird as well. Pop up in the tray. That could be an interesting option. But yeah, opponent, they got a good forest bird with the sapsucker, so they'll be pretty happy with that. I'm wondering, maybe if there is a way for me to even hit this end around. Eggs in the habitat like this, it's yeah, normally a little bit of a tricky one to try and hit that round one. But, you know, if I play this Junco and lay eggs, I can tuck the woodpecker. That gives me the food to play the gull. I can then draw cards a couple of times, and then maybe play the goshawk, and then still have turns to lay eggs, and get at least one in each habitat. And that might be enough to win, but at the very least you're qualifying, and yeah, it should be a tie. I think it's unlikely. It's unlikely that my opponent is going to get to 2. So, but who knows? I mean, they have got some good birds clearly. If they're going for the slightly greedy start, keeping the extra cards, and they've got good food access, so they should be able to get those down. And yeah, probably get some eggs on them as well. All right. So what have they done? They've gone for food, as probably expected after you play the sapsucker. So let's play this Junco. We'll play this Junco. We'll go grass and Junco. Just toying with the idea of going with the hummingbirds as well, because it is still there. Think about this. If I pick up the hummingbird, I could definitely do Junco eggs hummingbird. No, I'm going to stick with plan A. I think if the hummingbird is still there, I'll pick it up. because that could be quite nice. I mean, Junco hummingbirds, 2 food grasslands for me. That's a good threshold once you've hit 2 food. To the point where you probably don't need to be going for the forest. So, and 2 different food as well. So, cherries and seeds should give me a bit of versatility. So, yeah, I think, like I said, I think I'll do. Let's think about this. If I lay eggs, play the gull, that gives me 4 turns left. So I could. Okay, they're going food again. Clearly, they got some expensive birds. Yeah, so now I can play the gull next turn. If I go for cards twice, don't think would let me hit this end around. Unless I skip discarding the egg. So I could discard an egg once and then not the second time. That would give me enough to play the goshawk. And then lay eggs. I'd have to skip the Junco though, because then I wouldn't have enough cards, which would be annoying. But maybe Forest Hummingbird is going to be away. So Forster's turn goes down. I imagine we'll play our goal, but I imagine they're going to lay eggs first before they draw cards. But they might, if this is a grassland bird, they might play that first as well. And go from there. So we'll see. But we're definitely drawing cards. Yeah. Could be possible to do Forest Hummingbird and hit the end around as well. But I think either way, I'm just not going to have enough cards to tuck under the Junco all the time. Which is, yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get something better when we draw cards. I'll probably go off the deck first and see where that takes me. So, what have they done? They have laid eggs, so maybe not a grassland bird, which kind of bodes well for us for the end of round. But yeah, they're probably going to look to draw cards. And yeah, they could definitely pick up the hummingbird, play it, and lay eggs and go for the end of round. So at the very least, I'm probably going to take that just to stop them from having it. Red-bellied woodpecker, that actually kind of works, I think. Because I could play that as my forest bird. Does hit the forester. I don't know. I like this idea that I've got in my head of going black-chinned hummingbird in the grass, and so I think I will do that and take the goshawk as well, just for good measure. Hopefully no rule 16s. Okay, cowbirds might be something they're interested in, but not so much for me. But yeah, it's how much I care about this end around. Because I could definitely, for the benefit of tempo, lay eggs, play Junco, or play hummingbird rather next to Junco, and that's my grasslands kind of off to a good start. Getting those couple of food. But there is still the possibility, as I said, of drawing cards and play the goshawk, but then skip out on the hummingbird because I'd have to tuck it. So yeah, we'll see. This is why I don't like this end around. This is why I don't like this one going first, because it's a bit of a headache. You can often find yourself getting distracted and getting sidetracked and thinking, oh, you know, I'll do this and get the 4 points, but it does sometimes end up, yeah, hurting longer term prospects. So they have drawn birds. They didn't take the cowbird. So it's all going to be dependent on if they can play something. I think I might just ignore this end around, if I'm completely honest. I think I like having this goshawk. That could be a good option for the bonus card. I like, as I said, hummingbird Junco. They've already got pretty good food access, so I don't mind too much throwing some cherries at them. So yeah, I think we will at the very least draw again here. Um, and yeah, we're gonna sacrifice the end round. Oh, wow! I mean, talk about vindicating a decision right there. Poor boy, Franklin's goal. Okay, there we go. I was not mentally prepared for Franklin's goal, but we'll take it. We'll take it nonetheless. So there we go. Screw the end around. I don't need the end around. I've got a Franklin's goal, so that makes me, yeah, a little bit more relieved. And definitely pairs well with this Junker. Okay, House Finch. So wonder if they top deck that, but yeah, they're going to win the end around. That's fine by me because we've got Franklin's goal. So yeah, we're gonna lay eggs and get the seed here, and I think we'll go Hummingbird first, and then look to lay eggs for a bit. Look to force down because the fish is going to be a bit tricky, I think, getting hold of that. But so be it. It'll be worth it. And yeah, having two food alongside Franklin's goal, that's going to be good. We're going to get lots of cards for that next end around. We're going to have a star nest as well for the remaining two. So things are looking good for sure. They've laid eggs. They picked up. Can't remember what it was. Something I wasn't looking at. So there we go. Now, do we... I think we play the Hummingbird now. I might draw cards at some point next round. Or at least I'll give myself the option. If something good comes up in the tray, I'll pick it up. But it might be worth drawing cards just to at least give me stuff to tuck under the Junko. Because, like I said, I do kind of want to keep this Corsock. I think that would be a good one to keep. So Chiff Chaff in the tray. So at the very least, I'll get rid of that because that could be something my opponent would want. But yeah, Honey Buzzard, definitely would take that with a Forester. Definitely will take that. So yeah, lots of options here. Oh, and revealing an American Robin. That's not what we like to see. So my opponent will nab that for sure, and that's probably their grass and set. But yeah, I think we lay eggs twice here. We'll tuck the Chiff Chaff, but I kind of want to keep this. I think I've got enough turns to get this down this round, and that's going to be really helpful. Yeah, there goes the Robin. I think they took the Peregrine Falcon as well. But yeah, that's even more food diversity. Helps the bonus card. So two good Forester birds already to give ourselves a chance of getting some points here. And yeah, the making of a good grasslands for sure. Once we can, yeah, get this Franklin's goal down. So not too bothered by that trait. We'll lay eggs, and yeah, Chiff Chaff, you can go bye bye. We'll have to skip our Junko next turn. But I think it's okay because we still get the cherry. We force down the gull. We got 3 turns left. We lay eggs twice. Force down Honey Buzzard. Hope it gives us lots of worms. And yeah, we'll have. I think we'll have 3 cards for the end of round. So probably not gonna be competing there. Maybe we'll skip Junko once, but when you get a food and a point, just to try and get some extra end of round points, again, it's another example of do you hurt your tempo in search of end of round points? I feel like the lesson we learned in that round 1 is no, go for the tempo, get the birds down, get the points that you're looking for, get things set up, rather than go chasing end of round goals. So that is probably how we'll play it, but we'll play it by ear a bit. But yeah, my opponent, they're going to look strong for sure. Imagine Robin goes down. No, yellow throat. Okay, so they're going aggressive on this end of round. So we don't have to worry too much about that. We'll lay eggs again. And yeah, I think this Honey Buzzard is going to be worth getting down this round. So we are going to skip the Junko here. But once we've got this Franklin's goal down, we're not going to need to do that unless we start drawing some real amazing stuff early on. I do imagine we're going to be able to hit that. So Yeah, be a good point scoring grasslands, but this food is going to be what we're looking for sure. And then we can just hopefully look for some big point birds. I mean, wild turkey is kind of perfect with this setup, but plenty of good birds to look for that are going to eat that kind of food. So yeah, hopefully something to add to what we're already building here. They're drawing cards, doing a bit of digging, and yeah, our digging in round 1. So it's given us this Franklin's goal, so we'll play that. And like I said, I think we'll lay eggs. We'll lay eggs twice. I think we will miss out 1 egg here, but that's fine. We can get the honey buzzard down, and then yeah, maybe play early goshawk just to free up a bit more egg space. And yeah, like I say, get some good points down. Forest a bonus card. Just need 1 more, so some double birds would be very welcome. For sure. Again, lots of them eat that kind of seed and cherry food, so hopefully that's what we can go and pick up. Yeah, man, they're drawing cards again. They're going full dig here. Yellow throat in turn definitely gives options for digging. I'm really curious what they kept in their starting hand, if it was that house finch or if they did find that through digging. But yeah, they're still digging. But like I said, I think once the robin goes down in the grasslands as well, 5 points and double card cycle and plenty of cards to tuck. So they're going to look strong as this game develops. But let's start using this gull. Liquid swallow straight away. Okay, cool. I'll take it. If we can get some worms from this honey buzzard, 2 worms would be perfect. And get this down straight away. So we might be hoping for a good reroll there. And yeah, that's just going to help. A bit more card cycle, help with that next end of round. So looks like we will lose these first 2 end of rounds, but yeah, we could be. I think certainly that last one. We're going to look strong for that last one, but we might be able to challenge for round 3 as well. So normally my rule of thumb is if you win 2 and lose 2, you're probably doing okay. Try and get your points elsewhere. Like I say, good bonus card, good Grass's engine. That's hopefully going to be my source of points here. And likewise, I think the Grass's engine for my opponent. So, are they finally going to play the robin? Are they satisfied with their digging? Because, like I said, I think once you've got double card cycle down, it doesn't matter if you've not got good cards because you're laying eggs, you're getting 5 points a time, and you're going to find good stuff. You are definitely going to find good stuff. So there we go. Robin does go down. Makes sense. Let's lay eggs, see what we're going to find. Okay, not too interested in that. Maybe the long spur for later. Bob White, probably not going to be the need for you, given our already very apparent egg space problems. So you can get tucked. And yeah, we'll force down the buzzard. And man, oh man, do I need a good reroll here. Give me 2 worms, please. Please give me 2 worms. So I could play the swallow. That would be pretty huge if I can do that. So yeah, we're really going to be hoping for that. But this is kind of interesting. I mean, you look at my opponent's board. I feel like they had the much better starting hand with the sapsucker and I'm assuming that finch as well as the turn. It does kind of feel like it's taken a bit of time to get this set up. I mean, I know they've got a lot of cards, so I think again that's where their strength is going to be going through this game. Is they're not going to have to draw cards again. They can just lay eggs and cycle through this stuff. But you know, not loads of points on the board, so hopefully we can capitalize off of that. Let's play this honey buzzard. And yeah. So much is going to ride on this honey buzzard. If we can get a good reroll here, get those 2 worms. That is going to be key. That is what we're going to be looking for. And yeah, looking okay. 34 points plus a couple of end of round points. I don't dislike that for this point of the game. So yeah, considering the start, it could have gone a lot worse. So Franklin's goal coming to bail me out. Very, very welcome indeed. So yeah, my opponent, they are probably going to lay eggs. They are starting to stack up these cherries. So obviously, if they do find something, they can play it. But like I say, I think their food access is good enough. And yeah, they have gone for food. So yeah, plenty of cards you can chuck and get extra food. But here we go, Honey Buzzard, moment of truth. Please, please give us some worms. Excellent. That's all I could have asked from you. A couple of worms. Very, very nice indeed. So there we go. We lose the end of rounds. But I don't mind too much about that. And yeah, we go into this next round. So I wonder what my opponents found. They went for worms and seeds. So I wonder if it's going to be more grass and birds, or if, I mean, I'm assuming they're, like I say, I think they're okay for cards, so probably not going to be more wetland card drawing birds. But it could be a forest bird, could be something to get, yeah, even more food generation on the go. But like I say, for us, pretty straightforward. I think we'll play this swallow, and I think the grasslands is basically set from there. We can just lay eggs a bunch. I think this long spit is going to get tucked, but we're going to have plenty of food. We're looking for that wild turkey for sure, and seeing where that takes us. Now, catbird in the tray, kind of change of plans. I think we're going to take that. It's going to cost us a little bit of points there in terms of the eggs, but I can't. My opponent could just pick that up and play that straight away, so I need that. I need that catbird for sure. So goldfinch, don't care about you. You can. Yeah, you can get tucked. There we go. I mean, we can probably play that as well, to be honest. We can force that down. Cherries are plentiful, so yeah, that'll be a good bird for us as well. And certainly, I think now that'll be the grasslands capped off between catbird and swallow for sure. So there we go. They've gone goldfinch, so they're looking to leech off my points a little bit there, which kind of makes this catbird and swallow even more important because. Yeah, as it stands, I'm only getting one tuck and they're getting one, but if I can get more than that, for sure, that's going to help. So, which of these do I want to play first? This is kind of an interesting dilemma, because I'm thinking when I use the catbird, default choice is normally to copy the swallow, but given the lack of cards, and given how I'm going to need some for the goshawk, copying the gull for a little bit, and then of course copy the junco to turn those extra cards back into points. That could be an option. So I think we'll do swallow first, and yeah, like I say, we'll get a cherry and a seed, and we can force this catbird down, and then we're definitely going to be set in this grass. And so yeah, we can just keep running that. I'm not going to have space for this long spur anymore, so don't feel so bad about tucking that. But yeah, just look for that wild turkey. I'm going to keep asking for it. My recent tactic has been if you're looking for a bird or you're looking for a bonus card, just ask for it. So yeah, we'll ask very nicely. Ask for this wild turkey, and who knows. Who knows if it will come up? But equally, I mean, like I say, Forester, we're looking for Cassin's finch, we're looking for red cockaded woodpecker, any of those kind of seed or cherry eating birds, for sure, would be nice. But yeah, do wonder where my opponent goes if they just keep running this grasslands and seeing what they find. Definitely doesn't feel like a bad shout. And yeah, end of rounds. It's going to be tight. If they can get another one, they're going to win it. Otherwise, it's going to be a tie. But we'll see. We'll see what comes up. So they're going food. Okay. So they're definitely not short of food now. So you can have a few more cherries, courtesy of yours truly. There's some more cavity space, but definitely don't have space for that. Corsica Nuthatch, excellent pickup. And House Wren. Oh, hello. Hello, House Wren. Oh, is that worth it? That might be worth it. This could be an interesting decision. Because I could, I mean, to be honest, maybe even just play the Nuthatch. But double play Wren into Nuthatch. Lots of egg space. But yeah, it would mean I can't play the Catbird. That might be a tricky decision. But yeah, House Wren into Nuthatch, that would 100% win me the end of round. Greater Roadrunner. Equally, I'm just thinking I could do Nuthatch, use Nuthatch to get a worm from the feeder, play the Catbird, and then still lay eggs. So that would get me up to 7. Now it's whether they lay another bird and then lay eggs. But even if they do that, let's think about this. If they played another cavity nest, that costs them an egg, so it takes them down to 3. They can only lay at most 4 eggs if they're discarding a food, so they can only get to 7 as well. I think I'm talking myself into this. Play Nuthatch, get the worm from the feeder, and use that to play the Catbird. So yeah, I think we're going to do that. So hopefully, we're going to be hoping for a good reroll here. But first of all, hope for a good bonus card. I'll take Ecologist. No worm, which is annoying. But we can still force, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So yeah, we could do with another wetland bird now. For sure. Get a couple more points off Ecologist. But yeah, we'll see. Roadrunner's interesting. That was in the starting tray actually, so they must have picked that up. They must have picked that up ages ago and held on to it for a long time. So yeah, is that a bonus card play perhaps? Omnivore, Rodentologist maybe. You don't often see Roadrunner really go down, but maybe it's their way of using up some of this extra food. And again, cherries being thrown at them, they can turn those into extra points. So something to consider for us. But really, I'm just hoping they don't play that extra cavity bird, because, like I say, would like to be able to win that, courtesy of this Corsica Nuthatch. But yeah, I think our end game is going to be quite simple. So I think we do play this Catbird. It's kind of on the late side, but I think it is worth it. Just for that extra flexibility, you know, get the extra card cycle, maybe get the extra food with the Junco. Do that bit more digging, and yeah, if we can find a nice wetland play, that's what we're going for. So Peregrine Falcon goes down. Their Grasslands is looking very, very scary now, for sure. So it might be Rodentologist if this is how they're going, but yeah, I think you just run this now. That's potentially 8 points if both of these hit. So very, very scary. Let's play the Catbird. And there we go. Our Grasses is done as well, so yeah, what does ours cap out? So we get 4 eggs, we get Catbird, Swallow, Tux, that's 6, Goal -1, but they're Junco +1, so we are running 6 points and a couple of food. So it's not far off. It's not far off, and in terms of card cycle, it is greater. I am seeing more cards than they are. So that is definitely a positive. And yeah, 52 points. We're looking good. We're going to get a strong final turn and win in the end of round. So that'll put us somewhere in the 60s. And then yeah, it's all going to be on this last round. I mean, you know, we look for that whooping crane really, to play with all this food. that'd be nice. So there we go. They both their hunters did hit, and they did get points from that. So not what we like to see, but never mind. Let's lay eggs. And yeah, I think, is it worth copying the girl? Because I think worst case scenario, I then copy Junko later and get extra seeds. I can chuck those seeds for eggs. So I think this still works out fine. Let's not take off the cavity nest. If we can avoid it, what have I been saying? Ask for a wild turkey and wild turkey shows up. So there we go. We'll definitely take that. Thank you very much. Take off the bowl nest now. And Cass's finch as well. Oh boy. I didn't expect it to work that well. But there we go. We got what we asked for. Very nice indeed. Oh man, if we could find... Screw whooping crane. We just need that one extra forester bird. That's what we're going to be looking for to max out. So come on, give us some worms. Come on, honey buzzards. You're better than that. That's disappointing to see. But never mind. We go into the last round. And oh man, okay. Oh, we've got some decisions to make. Let's recap. Let's have a look at how our opponent's doing. So yeah, in terms of points, they're on 11 there, 18, 22, 30, 36, 41, and 6 eggs, 47. Plus in rounds, 59, and a bonus card. And we're looking on 62. So I think it's pretty close, because I think if they do have Rheumatologist, that's basically like 1 point in it. So this final round could be critical in terms of decision making. So yeah, I think in a vacuum, Wild Turkey's better than Cass's Finch, especially with the center rounds. Although I think we're going to be okay on that anyway. But if it means hitting Forester, then Cass's Finch and playing Goshawk as well would be huge. So we're going to lay eggs because we're going to see. We'll give ourselves this turn at least to see what we can find. So house run, I think probably not going to be the play here. I don't think egg space is critical, and that ruins Forester. So I'd rather keep Hummingbird in case. You know, maybe it's useful for playing in the wetlands for Ecologist. And we do get Snow Bunting now, so that could be useful for Ecologist. Bush Tit, you can go. Especially if my opponent is just going to lay eggs. You know, if this gets even just 2 or 3 tucks, it's already worth 2 more. It's already 6-point play with Ecologist, so a couple more points on top of that and some card cycle. Definitely gives it some value. Okay, they are laying eggs now. Yeah, I think we do play the Snow Bunting. I think we do. And then yeah, we'll have some difficult decisions to make on what we play in the forest. Whether we do go for the turkey, maybe turkey Goshawk, or do we prefer the finch to the Goshawk? Difficult decisions. This Snow Bunting feels like a good play, so we will get that down. And yeah, 3 turns left. 3 turns left. What do we do with them? What do we do with those turns? Oh, if it's Goshawk versus Finch, Goshawk is 3 points more and saves food. But Finch is a bonus card. And Wild Turkey obviously it's more points, but doesn't hit the Forester, so would be nice play there, but not gonna. Oh, there's the whooping crane that we wanted. Okay, so that gets their second ground nest. Okay. I think we're going to be okay though, because I think I can play this such that I don't give them more food, because I'm thinking I lay eggs here. I think we go Goshawk, So then we go eggs, we chuck the seed. We can copy the Junco now. Or, well, to be honest, just copy the swallow. So yeah, if we did that, if we laid eggs, copy the swallow, and skip the gull, that loses us 1 card. We then play the goshawk, which loses a 3rd card, and then when we lay eggs the final time, we skip the gull again, and we can still tuck under the Junco. So let's think about that. How many points would that be? 5, 6, 7. We skip the goal, 8 points for the Grasslands. We then play Goshawk, which is 5 plus 2 minus 1 plus 4. And I think that's 10. Yeah, that's 10 points. So we can go 8, 10, 8. I think that feels pretty good. We skip this hummingbird. We don't give them any more food. I mean, egg space, we're going to be fine there. And yeah, like I say, I feel like that's better than keeping the food and playing the finch. So that food is extra points, and the bonus card would just be a gamble. So let's do that. I think I've talked myself into that. So we'll do this, and yeah, we'll copy the swallow. I was going to say, this is the point where I draw something else even better that ruins my plans. Don't think Night Heron is going to be possible here. We'll skip that. We'll skip that as well. And yeah, Night Heron, you can go away. Okay. And then yeah, we play the Goshawk for that 10 points. We should be getting triple digits here. We should be getting triple digits, so it's all going to be on our opponent. That Roadrunner seems to be hitting pretty successfully there. I think it just got another one, so we do get a Snow Bunting Tuck at the very least. So we'll take that. And yeah, they've got to just lay eggs here. Lay eggs twice more. So if they do get those 8 points, it's strong, but I'm getting 8 points as well. But man, it's all going to be on their bonus cards. If they have got Rodentologist and Omnivore, it's going to be a close one. But we'll get the Goshawk down. And yeah, well, Turkey, I begged for you, and you showed up. I'm just going to tuck you in the end anyway. So sorry about that, but needs must. These things have to be done. And then yeah, we'll lay our eggs. We are going to miss out if they do lay eggs last turn, which they probably do. And we are going to miss out on 1 Snow Bunting Tuck, but it would cost an egg off the gull to get the cards to use that, so it'd be a point either way. Not a big deal, but there we go. There's the two Snow Bunting Tucks I needed. So yeah, that was 8 points then with the ecologist. So I think this has been a strong final round, because that was 8 points. That was 10. I've laid eggs, I think, for 6 and 8, and then 8 again. So yeah, I can't complain. The final round has been very strong. And yeah, let's do our tucking to finish off this game. Like I say, skip the goal because it costs us a point to try and get a point. There's no guarantee. I mean, who knows? They might. I don't know what they could play. Maybe they got a Sparrowhawk or something. But I suppose even that triggers the Snow Bunting. But it's not worth it. So we'll take the tuck there and the seed. Which, who knows? If this is a very close game, that seed could be critical for a few tiebreaker. But yeah, I have to say, this Roadrunner, I think this has gone 3 for 4. So I hope that's not making the difference, because that is definitely better than what you would expect. So I do need it to miss. Falcon's not missing. We'll get live updates here. On their birds. Okay, yes, yeah, so we do skip. Okay, Roadrunner missed that time. So not quite so good. Here we go, Honey Buzzard. This could matter. It's not going to matter. But there we go. Now you give me 3 worms when it doesn't matter. Such is the life. of a honey buzzard user. But there we go. We won 2, we lost 2 in a round. So we go into the final score. So yeah, I think this is going to be close either way. Of course, points difference is all that matters for this tournament. So probably not going to be a huge swing either way, but would definitely like a win. And it's pretty neck and neck here. So it's going to come down to some tuck cards at the end. We both have a lot. Oh, and we just about have enough there. Oh, that was a close one. 107 to 109. Look at that score breakdown. Almost identical in every category. But yeah, it was maybe just their bonus cards. They did have Rheumatologist and Food Web Expert from the Whooping Crane. So, oh, my heart is racing a bit there. But that was a very close one. But a very good game. So I would definitely take that. Like I said, from the starting hands, not super great. Definitely bailed out a bit by the Franklin Skull. But to be fair, I think my opponent had some good draws. Finch and Robin, and I guess it shows the power of digging. You know, they drew cards basically half of round 2, and then didn't have to draw again. You just run that Grasslands. Goldfinch was huge, 5 tucks. So, and then yeah, Roadrunner and Falcon doing some good work for them at the end. But there we go. We'll take it. It's only 2 points, but definitely a much-needed win, and keeps us in the positive column with just 2 games to go. So if you do want to see those 2 games, do stay tuned. Do stay subscribed, and yeah, we'll see you again for another video very, very soon.